The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Women's Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericawomen.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful week. We are excited to be leaning into our special time together. I always look forward to talking with all of you today because it's a moment for us to pause in our busy, busy lives. Breathe in community, connection, and really take some time out for ourselves where we're really leaning into what matters most to us. And so I claim today for you, I claim this time together so that we can really lean into supporting you. I have a couple of wonderful experts on the show today that will be tapping into their wisdom to really support you to become a woman, or for some of our amazing male listeners, a man on a mission with vibrant health. Because sometimes I think we have this mission and this call and we're ready to step forward, and then we keep running out of energy, or we keep getting sick, or it's hard to kind of sustain that journey. Other times we can be buried so much in the not feeling well and struggling day to day in our health, it's hard to remember what matters to us and to have energy to step into our mission or our calling as we're stepping forward. So I really invite you to take some time today and look at these things about your mission, your calling. Are you stepping more and more out into that? And as you're doing that, are you really having vibrant, exciting health as you're going forward? Are those matching? The other thing I like to look at when we're talking about being on a mission or answering our calling, saying yes, stepping forward, is this whole thing about visibility. And the reason I'm sharing that is I find I work with a lot of mission-driven individuals. They have a huge heart to touch the world, to make a powerful difference, that for their passing there, they have made their path and the people that come after them or the lives that they touch better for being there. They've touched the world, whether it's life by life, heart by heart, group by group, whatever it may be, their sphere of influence, that they're touching it in a positive way. They have this huge, passionate heart to serve. So when I go to an audience and I ask, how many of you want that? How many of you want to touch the world in a positive way to make a difference that matters out there? Almost everyone will raise their hand. So I find a lot of people feel this call to step into their mission, which is beautiful. We need that. We need to be willing to step forward. But then I ask them a second question. How many of you still feel like the best kept secret? If people only knew how I could touch their life, if they only knew what my gifts and talents were, I could make their life better. I could make a bigger difference. I still feel like the best kept secret. And the majority of people in the room will raise their hand again. And when I see this, I lovingly share a truth with them. And this truth was hard-lived, hard-learned. It took me a long time to understand it. But here's the truth. We have to be willing to be seen, be visible, to be seen on the same level that we're willing to serve, or our service, our impact will be limited. So let's breathe that in for a moment. And the reason is because if people don't know what you bring to the table, if they don't know what your gifts are, if they don't know how you can help, they're not mind readers. They can't figure it out if we don't share how we can help, what we do, how we can make the world a better place. And we find, especially with as busy as we are, we don't want to spend a lot of energy trying to figure out what everyone else's gifts and talents are. We're busy. It's hard for us to stop and do an interview and share all your gifts and talents with us. So we can make everyone's life easier and actually serve in a bigger way if we let people know, this is my mission. This is what I care about. This is what I bring to the world. Then people know how you can change their life. Then they can say, oh my goodness, that's what I need, or I need that kind of a positive influence on my life, or I need that kind of support. So let's take a little bit of the mystery out of what we can bring to the world. And I encourage you to really spend some time today on our conversation of really weighing in on these things. Am I being a secret? Do I let people know? Do I know what my mission and calling is? Do I know what my strengths are? If not, then that's kind of the place to start. If you do, then are you letting people know? How are you doing that? Are they understanding? And then you are the center of all of that. You are the gift in all of that. So are you making sure that you are being taken care of? That you are feeling healthy and vibrant so you can bring your mission forward? Because that's part of it. We get to bring it forward. We get to lean into letting people know how we can serve. So they all weave together in a beautiful mixture that we get to have a lot of say in. And so that's a place of empowerment. That's a place of choice. And how do we choose to be in all of that? So just take a moment and let's sit in that and think for a moment. Just feel into it. Breathing in. Beautiful. And what I'm going to invite you to do, those of you who are driving, please stay safe, eyes open, alert. We want you to join us for next time as well. But really take a moment to tune inward, to listen in, but with eyes open. And the rest of us who are able to, I invite you to put both feet on the ground, lean back into that chair, really feel it supporting you. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your head. Take a deep breath, big belly breath, where we're expanding that belly. Breathing in through your nose, big belly, and then out through your mouth, like through a straw. One more big breath. Great. And breathing like that deeply helps lower your cortisol level, reduces stress. It helps bring you very present, having your mind, your hand on your heart, and your hand on your head's kind of bringing all of you in with eyes closed. You're absolutely safe, and this is your time. In light of what I shared with you this morning about your mission, your calling, being willing to be seen, checking in on your health, and are you feeling vibrant and energized, or is that something you're feeling a little bit of a struggle in? Are you being seen, or are you kind of holding back a little bit? Let's just look at all of those things and observe. No judgment, no criticism, just awareness. Where am I in that? And where would you like to be? Because if we can understand where we're at and then look at where we want to be, that starts to give us a path. So now seeing that, where we're at, where we want to be, what is it that you need? What is it that will support you on your journey today and going forth and going out into the world? What is it that you need? And just listen, feel, see. Keep that deep breathing. What is it you need? It can come in a picture, it can come in a memory, a sound, all different, all using all of the senses, a scent. What is it that you need today to serve and support you with your intentions, with your journey? Beautiful. Come back into the room, receive that information, and I invite you to actually write it down so you can keep it top of mind. Because when we're on the lookout for what it is that we need, it's a lot easier to see it and recognize it. And hopefully we'll even give you some support on that journey. That's our intention today during our conversation. One more big breath. Wonderful. Come fully back into the room, eyes open and alert. And Linda, I wanted to see if you had something in just about 30 seconds to a minute that was laid upon your heart to share with us today.
Yes, I do. Wow, very powerful. I feel like this is a community that is a really safe and inviting place. And it was let go of a lot of stuff during the day. It's been very, very busy like everybody else on the planet. And check in and really hone in on the answers that you ask. And where am I today? And where do I want to be? And how do I want to serve in a greater capacity? So really, thank you for that.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for sharing. You're absolutely right. We can get so busy that we don't always check in, and I know I relish those opportunities. So thank you for sharing and being so present with us today. I love it.
Thank you.
Sure. Absolutely. And Deidre, in about 30 seconds to a minute, or 30 seconds, it looks like we're moving quickly on the clock here. Did you have something on your heart to share?
Oh, yes. Thank you. When you said willing to be seen on the same level we are able to serve, that just blew my mind open. And I thought, that is absolutely the the fullest objective. And when you ask people, I want to hear your greatest dreams, but in the same sentence, I want to know what you're willing to do to make that happen, that's when the conversation really starts.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. Good. Well, thank you for sharing. I'm glad that served. And it's really important that we take time to pause and look at these things. It's very, very important. And I know what was laid on my heart is this time, similar to what was laid on your heart, Linda, this time of deep connection and checking in. And I so relish it. And as we are going into this time and space of connecting in that way, I just felt very blessed to be here with each and every one of you, our special guests and our amazing listeners. So glad to be here connecting with you on a heart level. As we go into this first commercial break, I want to invite you to lean into this time and don't rush off and run and try to do another thing. Really take this next minute and a half to 2 minutes to really lean in and listen to what it is you need and what's being shared upon your heart. And take this time to hear as well, not just listen, but really hear mind, body, soul, and spirit, and be ready to lean into our next exciting segment as we start talking with the experts and really tapping into their wisdom. I look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
Your favorite Voice America Talk Radio Network shows and hosts are in your car, outdoors, and wherever you need them to be. Listen anywhere. Get our mobile app for iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android at the Apple iTunes App Store, BlackBerry App World, or Android Market.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Age with Attitude TV is for the woman who does not see her future as a nice little old lady, but rather she sees herself living a bold, juicy, kick-ass second half. Now, if this is the life you want for your second 50, then Age with Attitude TV is for you. You'll find stories to inspire you, plus money and metabolism tips that really work. Check it all out at agewithattitude.tv, presented by Jan Rose Distel. Find us on voiceamerica.tv. And remember, it's never too late to create a life you love.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you took that opportunity to breathe in during that commercial break, to really listen and carve out that time to connect and really process what we're sharing with you. And this is a way that you can really leverage this show. I'm all about leveraging. I want to maximize results for people and leverage things. And so really taking those 2 minutes to process what's shared each time will help you just take it to the next level. So when you go back out into the world, you can carry more of the information with you and have it really integrate into your life. And then secondly, during those commercial breaks, we actually have valuable information we're wanting to share with you that are only shared during those commercial breaks. So I encourage you to listen to them as well. We will give you updates on upcoming programs and shows and certain TV shows that we're launching that are transformational. You'll hear about opportunities we have for speakers to touch the world and other things that we feel will be really supportive of you. And a number of our sponsors who make this show possible believe so much in empowering women in each of you that they are putting their time and energy and resources behind our show, making it possible. And so it's very much sponsor supported, and we want you to know who those individuals and organizations are that believe in you on that level. So we share a lot about them during those breaks as well. So a lot of rich experience you can have for yourself and for really staying in the loop during those moments. So I invite you to lean into them. Well, as I promised, we have amazing experts today. And I'm going to start with the health expert because I want to make sure we've talked about mission and stepping forward and calling, but I want to make sure you actually have the energy and you're feeling vibrant and excited each day to sustain the course, to really bring your best forward, to be seen the way you want to be seen. It comes back to you because you are the gift, and we want to make sure you are being taken care of powerfully. So let me introduce our first expert. Her name is Linda. I'm sorry, Linda, could you help me pronounce your last name? I realized I wasn't quite sure. So it's Linda
Bedrosian.
Thank you very much. And
You're welcome.
Is a speaker, an alternate healer, and has over 30 years experience as an intensive care nurse. And she is passionate about supporting people with chronic health to help them get at the root cause and cure that so they can live vibrantly. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Linda to the show. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful pleasure to be here and share the space with you and all of your listeners. Thank you.
Absolutely. And we got to feel into your heart a little bit, and I so appreciated that in our first segment you're sharing with us. And I wanted to take a moment and just see if you could share with us why this work of helping people in this way is so personally important to you.
Well, being on the forefront of taking care of people for so many years, I saw the end results of not such great living. And I've always taken care of myself very healthily, very alternative medicines. And so when I got into my private practice, one of the biggest things I found was that a lot of people had allergies, and they were playing havoc with their energy, with their health. And there's some really simple things that you can do to really make a dramatic difference. And it happened to me. And so when something happens to you, it makes such a huge difference. You want to stand on the rooftops and shout it out to the world. It's like, this is really simple. And oh my God, I've got all of this energy and all of this health back. I want to tell it to the world.
I love that. It is so true. When we go through something, experience something, we become very compelled to share.
Yes, I know.
With others.
It's like you have to do this. You know, it's like I tell people all the time, and sometimes when I'm with my family will go, shh, no, don't share today. And it's like, oh, okay, but I have to. So, yeah.
Well, one of my mentors, he shared with me, here's how you know what your thing is, what your mission is. It's that thing at the dinner table that you've shared a million times, and everyone around you knows if the subject goes there, you're going to light up and share. You're compelled. You can't help it. He goes, and you'll say it again, even though they've all heard it. Like, that's the thing. Mm-hmm. That's the thing you're compelled to bring forward. That's part of your mission and your calling and what you should be bringing forward. So you've definitely tapped into it.
Yeah, exactly. And when you finally people finally start seeing the light, is they'll turn to you and they'll say, well, what do you think? And it's like, oh my gosh, they're really listening to me. Mm-hmm. And so then I we'll tell them and educate them. So it's like really like ding, 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 makes my heart sing.
I love it. Thank you for sharing your passion, your excitement. And I love that you so clearly tapped into your thing to bring forward. So now that we're looking at allergies and how this can change people's lives, what's the number one thing, here's your rooftop, here's your moment. What is the number one thing people need to know about allergies to be healthier and more vibrant?
I think the number one thing is that we ignore a lot of the symptoms, or we'll take something to put a Band-Aid on it and just kind of limp along. And you don't have to. You don't need to rip that bandages off. It's really simple to tell if you've got what I call central food allergies. Very, very simple. And most people have them, and most people have different symptoms. And once you delete that allergy from your body doesn't have to work so hard. And so it can actually do the work that it's meant to do, rather than like, oh, you ate something you weren't supposed to, or pollen season is here. Your body can say, oh, that's nice, and go about its business of maintaining your energy and your vibrancy and just making you sing throughout the day.
So what I'm hearing you say, and I just want to make sure I'm understanding this fully, is that if we can tap into what's causing the allergy, whatever that is, whether it's pollen or it's food allergies, which are very common and frequently ignored, we don't quite know what's causing things sometimes, that can sap our energy and kind of make everything harder. Whereas if we can really remove those, that's where we can just have this amazing energy because our body isn't so taxed. Is that a correct understanding?
You know, that's, in a nutshell, sums it up. You earlier talked about cortisol level. Mm-hmm. Well, when you breathe something or you eat something that you're allergic to, it's an inflammation process. You might not get the itchy skin or the rashes or things, but it happens on the inside. And so your cortisol level, it's a stress on your body, and your cortisol level goes up. And so there's a whole host of things that happen when your cortisol level goes up. It's a good thing. But when you don't need to have that happen and have your body stressed, why do that? Because cortisol is meant to protect you. But to have your cortisol level going 24/7 because you've eaten something is not good, because you're putting extra stress on your body, and over time, that stress, wears you out. It makes you have more colds and, symptoms such as headaches, brain fog, joint pain, and the like. So if you don't have to have them, why would you?
Exactly. And I don't think I was going to say rarely. I was thinking, actually, I don't think ever. I don't think I ever hear people saying, I want more stress and inflammation in my life.
I know. It's
less.
Like you don't see them outdoors protesting with the sign, more cortisol, please.
Exactly. So how valuable to tap into that and to recognize some of the allergies we're having are actually creating that in our body. It's not just environmental, but it's, meaning that there's something causing the stress. It can be internal, and some of the habits or the ways we're interacting with food and things that are causing that as well. Now, I know you have put together an amazing gift for our listeners, and I would love to give you an opportunity to share a little bit about that so they know how they can connect and learn more.
Okay, there's two things. One is a very simple ebook, informational graphic that shows you the different causes that you can that causes allergies. And the other is the symptoms. And some of the symptoms overlap what does a cold. And so there's a differentiation between the symptoms of a cold and allergies, and people get confused. And then there is a half-hour consultation that you can call me, and we can talk about where in your life we can make more energy, more vibrancy, so that you stay awake during the day. You don't need, artificial stuff like coffee, and that you can sleep your 8 hours, get a restful, good sleep, and you can wake up and be recharged to go out into the world and really make a difference in the world and impact the people around you.
Wonderful. Very, very generous. So an ebook to really help you sort through these symptoms and are they allergies and what you can do about it. And then an opportunity to really connect with an expert and pick your brain and get some support on that. So I want to thank you so much for for making that available. We are going to our next exciting commercial break, so remember how to leverage it. And when we come back, we will talk to our next guest expert as we tap into your mission. We look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
Your favorite Voice America Talk Radio Network shows and hosts are in your car, outdoors, and wherever you need them to be. Listen anywhere. Get our mobile app for iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android at the Apple iTunes App Store, BlackBerry App World, or Android Market.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Do you find yourself working tirelessly to keep your business going? Are you finding out that you don't have time for family, friends, any kind of personal life whatsoever? It's time to stop feeling trapped by your business. Tune in to Reclaim Your Freedom with host Shirley Dalton. You'll hear from guests that will help you work on your business instead of constantly in your business and get your life back while the business keeps running and humming. Reclaim Your Freedom airs live every Tuesday at 1 p.m. U.S. Pacific Time on Voice America Business.
Age with Attitude TV is for the woman who does not see her future as a nice little old lady, but rather she sees herself living a bold, juicy, kick-ass second half. Now, if this is the life you want for your second 50, then Age with Attitude TV is for you. You'll find stories to inspire you, plus money and metabolism tips that really work. Check it all out at agewithattitude.tv, presented by Jan Rose Distel. Find us on voiceamerica.tv. And remember, it's never too late to create a life you love.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Tune in for Suzanne Ross and Lighten Up TV, evolutionary wellness for the body, mind, and spirit. Each episode features Suzanne and her amazing guests, including inspirational authors, speakers, wellness experts, and spiritual guides. This series is focused on achieving total well-being so that you can live well and love life. Visit lightenuptv.net to find out more. Lighten Up TV is presented by the Awakening Center, a nonprofit for those seeking a higher way of living and being. Don't miss out on living your best life now. Go to lightenuptv.net today.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you took advantage of that 2-minute leveraging opportunity to immerse yourself in the information and really do that check-in. We were sharing behind the scenes about allergies a little bit, and even that, wow, I'm feeling this today. I wonder if that has something to do with something I ate or experienced, and, that awareness. So, real time, we get to experience this ourselves as we're sharing and connecting with all of you. Now, as we're coming back, we're going to be talking to an expert and that is passionate about stepping into your amazing brilliance. And I know you're going to feel that in her energy, you're going to feel that in her passion, but let me just give you a little bit of her background. She is a speaker and a creative director of EZI Visual Design, founder of Success Now Network, creator of the Shefluence Factor, and she's the VP and marketing director of the Placer Women's Network. And she is passionate about helping others amplify their brilliance. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Deidre Trudeau to the show. Welcome.
Hey, thank you very much. Very excited to be here, Rebecca.
Well, I'm excited to have you here, and I love talking about mission and passion and purpose. So I'm very excited to be able to share that space with you today.
Thank you.
So, do you mind sharing a little bit of your why? Why amplifying people's brilliance is personally so important to you?
Well, really quick, it just goes back to having felt the satisfaction of realizing my purpose and how much work it took me to peel back the layers and reveal it to myself, my deepest, most broadest sense of why I'm here as a human being and a soul and what I connect to on a much bigger level. And so, asked and answered. I was sort of like threw myself onto my knees, tore my sackcloth off, and begged for the answer from the universe. And it was just a really lot of work, and I don't think anyone should have to work that hard to find their place of genius and be willing to express it and to share it, not on an egotistical level, but to help other people shine in their greatest place of brilliance so that they can pay it forward and lift up others as they go on their journey.
Beautiful. And again, that's so much what we were sharing, what Linda was sharing earlier. And I know a lot of the work I do as well. It's because of what I went through, and I want that process to be easier for others.
Right. So we all work much harder than we have to.
Exactly. And we're like, okay, we can make this better for the next person or those I meet on our journey. So I love that you have done the same and appreciate things being simpler than, maybe the way we make them sometimes. So getting that support. Yep. I love it.
Exactly.
And I know that you are helping spearhead and lead a project, and I'm very honored to be part of as well. And it's a book, and it's an anthology called Women on a Mission. Do you mind sharing just a little bit about what this book's about and what motivated you to get involved with it?
Okay, so back to the first question and answer is that I realized if I could see even one woman inspired by the way that I was inspired to have peeled back the layers, gotten down to the hard, cold fact and truth about ourselves, pulling out the most authentic, honest perception, but from there, the willingness to do the work to seek the answers and wisdom and grow from them and continue to grow, battle the resistance, and just clear the air towards living a very transparent life, and then helping to motivate others to do that through that same cleansing process of realizing who they are, telling their story, working through the objectives, overcoming the resistance, and then moving on to make a better space for everyone around them. And we have a circle of influence. We either have small ones, medium size, or big ones. And would you rather be a positive and influential effect over that circle of wisdom, no matter how big it is? Of course, we would want to do that. Would we want to do it in the most positive way? Of course. And then would we want to be able to see with our own eyes the person's growing journey? That's just the biggest payback in our journey of servitude that I could possibly want for myself and everyone else.
Beautiful. So it sounds like this book is just representing so much of that, I suspect, for the authors, the co-authors. And how many do you have right now, or how many are involved in the project approximately?
Okay, logistically, we started off wanting 50 women on a mission. Mm-hmm. I started as a co-collaborator. This is Teresa Howard's baby, the Women on a Mission. This is her dillywig, and she is going to, we are going to roll out a series of them. So this is the first in hopefully many best-selling. And on my team, I said, I want 10. I want to play with 10 and have a really good time. And 10 turned into 20, 20 turned into 30, and I now have what I consider to be genuinely a powerful family of women on a mission to succeed. So the Success Now Network has twisted the purpose behind the Women on a Mission just for our own team. So it's not only being triumphant over adversity, but we have a little extra, and that's on to success. So our stories are the adversity, the triumph in which we overcame it, and how we use that experience towards the success of our greatest ambitions.
Beautiful. And I know that there has been a lot of encouragement in this book and just behind the scenes because I'm one of the authors. It's a very supportive, loving environment to be a part of. And a lot of, yeah, absolutely. And how you are both holding that space for all of us to really share things on a level that perhaps we haven't shared it before and really honoring that process. And for those of you who feel that pull, Deidre is a great person to connect to and can help you get connected with some of the future books that they will be rolling out. But also, it's a great resource to tap into because just like we've been sharing all throughout the show, that when we go through something and we learn how to step into our mission, we learn what it is, and then we can stand in a place and share that, it makes the pathway for someone else that much easier. So it becomes this collection of stories that can do that in a lot of different ways in our lives. So I'm excited to see it come forward and be able to share and read all of those stories because I'm always looking to grow and step forward powerfully. So I want to thank you for being involved in this, and you are the one that invited me, so I thank you, and excited to see it coming forward. And it's to be released in June. Is that correct, Deidre?
Yes, early to mid-June. We don't have an exact launch date yet, but we're starting to pull the bones together for marketing releases, so we'll get the word out soon.
Perfect. So stay tuned. Women on a Mission.
Absolutely. Loud and proud.
Exactly. I love it. And I had a question, and this wasn't on the pre-approved questions that were sent to me. Is it okay if I ask you?
Oh, sure.
As we're talking about women on a mission, and you have helped so many women, and I know men, but you're very involved in the women's side of things, helping them stand in their brilliance. Is there a tip or some piece of wisdom you could share with us today about how we can become a woman on a mission, how we can stand in that space? Do you have a quick tip that you could share with us?
I do. It takes a lot of inner focus and listening to the whisper. The messages do not come often in loud commands. They often come in very subtle whispers, and we dismiss those whispers. And I'm here to tell you right now, listen and contemplate to every one of them and assess which ones resonate, which ones really create an excitable vibration, almost something where you can't not do it. Those are the ones that you need to really move forward on. And then everything else will slowly open itself up. You'll know what thrills you. You'll know when you're pivoting on your empirical twirl, I say. Picture yourself twirling, and if you were doing it in the happiest way possible, what does that look like and feel like, and what are you saying and doing? And the pieces will come together.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that piece of wisdom and tip and how it's sometimes in that stillness that we can really, really hear.
Absolutely.
And I know you've put together an amazing gift for us today. Do you mind sharing a little bit about that?
Yes. Well, I had the honor of being invited to another book project early on, and it's a nonfiction, but it's not storytelling. It was 10 women getting together and sharing their professional wisdom on how to, run a successful business. And I came up with something called social she-fluence. And it's a pretty long chapter about how to get your social conversation going and what social media represents and will represent trending on into 2020. But I condensed it into an ebook. It'll help you tap into the world's powerful social economy and to reach out with effective brand presence that fully engages meaningful connections and powers lasting results. It truly helps you start the conversation.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for making that available. I have conversations all the time with people about visibility and being seen, and social media is a big part of that. So Thank you for providing an ebook to give some wisdom on that and some direction to demystify that a little bit. What a powerful gift. Thank you.
Excellent. You're welcome. My pleasure.
And we are going into our next exciting leveraging moment. So I encourage all of you to lean into this break. And when we come back, I'm going to let you know how to access these amazing gifts, and we'll share just a couple more powerful tips. Enjoy your break, and we'll talk to you in just a moment.
Your favorite Voice America Talk Radio Network shows and hosts are in your car, outdoors, and wherever you need them to be. Listen anywhere. Get our mobile app for iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android at the Apple iTunes App Store, BlackBerry App World, or Android Market.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
The Ugly Awkward Dance Show is designed to help you move through those ugly, awkward, and uncomfortable life experiences. You know what we're talking about. Did you know that each challenge brings a gift? Once you've figured that out, even the toughest challenge almost becomes fun. Each program includes engaging guests who talk about what they've overcome, as well as a mindful movement exercise to help you move through your emotional blocks. Yes, there will be awkward dancing too. Visit theuglyawkwarddanceshow.com.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed that break and that opportunity to breathe in and listen. We were connecting behind the scenes, and I was reflecting on the birds. I don't know if you were hearing our little friend in the background there, and it sounds like they're magpies, right? We were identifying them, Linda. We were guessing they were magpies that were joining us today. which is beautiful.
Yes,
so
they were in our space too.
Exactly. So you can hear them a little bit in the background, which is really fun. I welcome all of our guests that are participating and sharing their rich voices and music and sound with us. And it reminded me of crows. Not that magpies sound like crows, but we have this, I'm not sure what you call a whole group of crows, but this batch of crows that flies through about twice a year. And crows are not subtle, and it's not necessarily a beautiful sound. It's more rambunctious. And they're very, very verbal. And when they're here, I enjoy watching them in the trees right outside my office. And they're just having a blast with the berries. And I think they're getting drunk on the berries, actually, and wandering all over and just having a party and having a great time. And they come through twice a year. And I always wonder if they're going to be in that space when the show happens. Because part of me wants them to share and join in with us and for all of you to experience them as I get to. But they're so rambunctious, it can be a little hard to concentrate. These magpies are just bringing in a beautiful a richness to our conversation today. So thank you, magpies, for joining in. I appreciate that. And I had shared throughout the show that I would let all of you know how to access the amazing gifts that Linda's made available to you, that Deidre's made available to you. So I wanted to make sure I honored that. And before I share, so I'm just going to tease you for a moment here. Before I share that, I want you to know why we do this. The reason we make these gifts available to you is because I want you to be able to have the same kind of access that I have to the experts. I want you to be able to connect with them, to tap into their wisdom and their resources, to stay in touch with them so that you can know other things or those book projects that Deidre is going to be a part of going forward. That resonates with me. I want to be a part of that I want to make that easy for you. So the reason we give you these gifts is, one, to connect you. But two, I want you to have really practical tools to bring forward in your life. Because we have this moment in time we get to connect together. You get to listen in. But I want you to have something to gain traction in your life that you can bring forward with you. That's why we make these gifts available. So this is how you tap into them. You go to Radio Gifts, and it's plural because there's more than one gift. So radiogifts.net, because it's a net of multiple resources and gifts to support you on your journey. So again, that's radiogifts.net, and you type in your name and your email address so we can stay in touch and send the gifts to you. And then you'll see some gifts from me, and I have a variety of them there, from audios to ebooks to support you on your journey. And then you want to scroll down to today's date. And today, just in case you're listening to this on demand at another time, the date you want to look for is Tuesday, May 3rd. And you'll see Linda's beautiful picture and Deidre's beautiful picture and their gifts. So click on the gifts that will serve and support you. You're also going to see gifts from our past shows, so you can always do a little shopping in a sense and see, what are all the gifts that will support me on my journey? You're welcome to say yes to as many as will serve and support you as you go forth into the world. So I encourage you to lean into you, lean into those opportunities. And then as we are getting close to ending our time together, I wanted to tap into both of our experts one more time. And I just wanted to see, Linda, if you had a quick tip, a quick suggestion, or a parting thought that you wanted to share with us today. It was laid upon your heart. I wanted to give you an opportunity to share.
Oh, thank you so much. I think the tip I'd love to share with you and your guests is the bigger impact that you can have on yourself and your life really makes a huge, huge difference. So I encourage everybody to go to Rebecca's site and see what resonates with you and pick out the gifts, read them, and if they resonate with you, apply them to your life, because in that way you can show up more vibrantly, brilliantly, and have a huge impact on your life as well as everybody else that you serve.
I underline and exclamation point, yes. Thank you, Linda, for that powerful share, because we have choice in all of that. And the biggest gift we can give the world is ourselves, and really showing up in a way that we are vibrant and abundant and standing in our best and bringing that forward in a continual way. Thank you. Beautiful share.
You're welcome.
Deidre, did you have something on your heart to share as well?
Yes, I do. And I'm sorry if this doesn't apply to you, but I would be very surprised if it didn't. And that is one of my biggest breakthroughs was to challenge my ego. So I created something called the taller the ego, the farther the fall. And so if you find yourself being self-conscious, embarrassed to show yourself, that's the ego. And it was designed to protect us. It was designed to create an interesting society control. And I have grown the most by just letting my ego slide to the side and not being so protective. And that was really when my world opened up.
Beautiful. Really taking away those protective layers we can have, trying to be seen in a certain way.
Exactly. Don't worry about making a mistake or feeling silly or looking silly. That's none of anybody's business but your own.
Beautiful. And I like to celebrate that, really calling it, perfect in our imperfections. One of the most beautiful things I find in the world is when we meet someone authentically, like that thing that's different about them. They take off the mask, they take off any protective layer, and they let us just see the essence of who they are and the things they love and the things they're growing in, and they let us get a glimpse of that. And to me, that is beautiful, and it connects me to them, and it impacts me. So thank you for that beautiful gift and reminder. Yeah, absolutely. And listeners, what I want to encourage you today is to remember you are the gift. You have the opportunity to step forward. You have the opportunity to shine. You can say yes or no to being vibrant in your mission, in your calling, in your life. And I want to encourage you to say yes. There's not another one of you out there. We want you fully in our life. And I want to encourage you that wherever you go in the world, whatever you do, that you remember to take care of you, and that you are willing to always, always bloom where you're planted and shine. I look forward to talking to you next week.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Women's Channel. And join us for a replay of the show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.
Thanks again for listening to the preceding program, brought to you on the Voice America Women's Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericawomen.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the preceding program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Hi,